अस्सलामुअलैकुम। टेक्सला की आवाज़ के साथ अतीकुर रहमान हाजिर खिदमत हूँ। ज़ैलदार हाउस टेक्सला में सैयद ज़हीरुल शाह ज़ैलदार और एहसन रज़ा ज़ैलदार की जानिब से पोलैंड के सफ़ीर के एज़ाज़ में एक दावत का अहतमाम किया गया। ज़हीरुल शाह ज़ैलदार और एहसन रज़ा ज़ैलदार मेहमानों का इस्तकबाल कर रहे हैं। टेक्सला विज़िट करवाने के बाद घर में एशाया का अहतमाम किया गया। इस मौका पर हम आपको दिखाएंगे पोलैंड के सफ़ीर के टेक्सला और पाकिस्तान के हवाले से जज्बाती भरा इंटरव्यू।
सबसे पहले जी हम पोलैंड के एम्बेसडर के बड़े मशहूर हैं, शुक्रगुजार हैं कि वो आज टेक्सला के दौरे पर तशरीफ़ लाए। पोलैंड के साथ ज़ैलदार हाउस की एक पुरानी दोस्ती है और तकरीबन 12 साल पुरानी दोस्ती है। और आज पोलैंड के जब एम्बेसडर आए तो हमने टेक्सला म्यूज़ियम का दौरा किया, हमने सिरिकप का दौरा किया, हमने धर्मराजिकर का दौरा किया और एम्बेसडर बहुत ज़्यादा खुश थे और इस इलाके को देखकर, इस आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट्स को देखकर बड़े खुश हुए। मैं उनका बड़ा मशकूर हूँ कि वो यहाँ पर तशरीफ़ लाए हैं। और ज़हीर शाह साहब से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि वो दो बातें करें और फिर उसके बाद
ये तो आपको पता है सकाफती इनका दौरा है, कल्चर ऑफ टेक्सला एंड पाकिस्तान। इस वजह से यहाँ दे आस्क अस टू विजिट टेक्सला एंड अब आपके लिए ये है कि आप अपना कुछ सवाल करना चाहते हैं।
जी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जी हाँ जी
आप थोड़ा सा एम्बेसडर से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि वो पाकिस्तान और पोलैंड के ताल्लुकात पर रोशनी डालें। मैं इंग्लिश में भी उनको ट्रांसलेट कर देता हूँ और फिर जो आज का विजिट है उसके ऊपर about the relations of Pakistan and Poland and also about your visit to Taxila and archaeological sites.
All right. So first of all, assalamu alaikum. I'm really happy to be here and I'm grateful for this excellent hospitality. It's been really amazing, and the hospitality that I have been offered in Pakistan is really amazing. And this visit is yet another proof about not only the richness of the historic and cultural heritage of this country, but also about the friendly attitudes and hospitality of the Pakistani people. Well, this year Poland and Pakistan celebrate the 60th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relationship between our countries. But indeed, this relationship dates back even further than this. For instance, during the Second World War, there were Polish refugees who were escaping from the Soviet Union, from Siberia, who found refuge here in the land which today is Pakistan. They were Polish refugees camps in Karachi and Quetta. Then after the Second World War, a group of Polish pilots from England came to Pakistan to help establish and build Pakistani air forces. And one of them, Air Commodore Władysław Turovich, stayed in the country. He raised a family and he rose to the rank of Air Commodore in Pakistani air forces. He was one of the predecessors, of the co-founder of the Pakistani space exploration project, for instance. So these people-to-people relations really predate the establishment of the diplomatic relations, which took place, as I said, 60 years ago. I would say that Poland and Pakistan are good friends and very close partners. We basically work in several key areas. And first and foremost is the economic cooperation. Comes as a no surprise. Our trade, though, has a lot of room to grow. So the trade between Poland and Pakistan is around 600,000 euros. And the fact is that Poland buys from Pakistan more than Pakistan buys from Poland. So we have some job to do. Mostly Poland imports from Pakistan textiles and clothing. But the important story about the Polish-Pakistani economic relations is Polish investment in Pakistan. For 25 years, two Polish companies have been actively working in Pakistan. These are Polish oil and gas company, and the other is an Exxon company. Basically, Polish oil and gas company is exploring gas here in Pakistan, in Sindh province, and sells the gas to the local market and reinvests the profits. So they have brought in not only valuable energy resource, but also know-how and technology. So this is the type of the relationship we would like to strengthen. And my job as ambassador here is to look for new areas of our economic cooperation, and this is something that I'm eager to do. We discussed agriculture a little bit, but there are other branches like chemical, like pharmaceutical. Um, Poland is very strong in food processing, so we will see, where we can cooperate better. Second pillar, I would say, would be the political and military dialogue. This is the political and kind of relationship dialogue which serves the cause of freedom and stability in the world. And this part of the world is critically important for global security and stability. And also our part is increasingly important for political stability and peace. I'm sure you've been following the war in Ukraine, and Poland is right at the border. Poland is the only country which borders with both, with Russia and Ukraine. So, and we have a lot of at stake that Ukraine defends its freedom, its independence, its territorial integrity, because we strongly believe that a bigger country, especially a neighboring bigger country, should not impose its will on a smaller neighbor. And this is valid not only in Europe, but this is valid everywhere. And I don't have to say no more. Yes, we have also good cooperation between armed forces, and this is also something that I am looking at as a possibility to increase our engagement with Pakistan. These are mostly visits of the chiefs of different kinds of armed forces. It is important dialogue to understand one another better, to work together, for peace and stability. Then people-to-people contacts, and we are talking here about promoting both countries' historical and cultural heritages. Part of my visit here is dedicated to this, even though I am on vacation. But ambassadors, they don't have vacations. We are at work all the time. So I'm trying to learn about Pakistan as much as possible to better understand this country, because I want to tell a good story of Pakistan in Poland. And I want to encourage Polish students, tourists to come to Pakistan to explore this country. Poles have been coming to Pakistan, but especially the mountaineers who've been very active in exploring the highest peak summits of Pakistan, and it's been a long-lasting relationship. Basically, I am also very much interested in supporting economic and educational cooperation. So that would be the nutshell, about the Polish-Pakistani relations in this very important year of 60th anniversary that we are celebrating. Well, the visit to Taxila has been really amazing, because this is a place of global importance. There's no question about it. Really, such a great combination of religions, cultures. You could really touch thousands year old history with different civilizations that somehow managed to to coexist or to live in a peaceful way. I think that sends a very strong signal also to us today. So to be able to explore it a little bit more, to learn about the Greeks and the Buddhists and King Ashoka and and what and Islam, what has it's been really a great pleasure, and I strongly believe that one has to come to Taxila to understand and to appreciate Pakistan.
Thank you for that.
And I have a wonderful host, so to which I am very, very grateful.
Every time.
As I already tell that Poland is a very good friend of Pakistan, and Poland embassy is a very good friend of Zaildar House. So you all are our extended family, and you're always welcome. Zaildar House is always open for you, and we are always available for any assistance regarding Taxila or in field of the public diplomacy. We are always there.
Thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure and an honor to me to know you, and I'm sure that we will develop even stronger relationship.
ऐसा है कि जैसा कि एम्बेसडर साहब ने बताया है कि पीपल टू पीपल कांटेक्ट वो हम देख रहे हैं कि बहुत निस्बतन यानी कम है पोलिश पीपल टू पाकिस्तान पीपल जैसा कि और यूरोपीय कंट्रीज से हम देखते हैं। एक तो ये उसमें कैसा इजाफा हो सकता है पीपल टू पीपल कांटेक्ट में, और दूसरा एक और जैसा कि बिजनेस के मुताबिक बताया गया एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट के मुताबिक वो भी काफ़ी कम है निस्बतन दूसरे यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ के निस्बत। पाकिस्तानी क्या ऐसी चीज़ है कि हम लोग मज़ीद इसे एक्सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं पोलैंड को? आपने क्या ऐसी चीज़ देखी है और अपनी गवर्नमेंट को क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे कि यहाँ से मज़ीद ये इम्पोर्ट पोलैंड को हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट कर सकें?
Actually, it's two questions. Number one is related to people-to-people connectivity. They have said that as there are strong relations, but the people-to-people connectivity is less than other than Europe, other countries of Europe, Pakistan and Poland. People-to-people connectivities. How you will what are your vision for to strong the people-to-people connectivity? Number one, and question number two is that as there is economical ties regarding trade and import and export. Which important items you will suggest to your countries that they should collaborate to work with Pakistan?
Oh yes. Thank you very much for your questions. First question. Well, the intensity of contacts very much depends on the presence of, in this case, Pakistani diaspora in given country. So if you think about United Kingdom, if you think about other countries like Spain or Italy
Germany,
or even
France,
Romania,
yeah.
so there are large Pakistani communities,
Yeah.
so which serves as a kind of natural bridges between the nations. That is not the case with Poland. Poland, Pakistan, we don't have a big Pakistani community in Poland, but we have small and it's growing. So I think that we should look at this as a kind of as a process that develops gradually. But I think as we go forward, we can really tighten this relationship. We have seen an increased interest, for instance, of the Pakistani students in Polish higher education institutions. Yeah. This is one thing. We are looking at the opportunities in the business field. So I think that yes, there is some room for improvement. I agree, but I think that we have gradually achieved some progress, and we are hopeful to continue this. Well, about the economy. This is basically very much the question of the cooperation between business communities from Poland and from Pakistan. And we as the government, we are here to support, to to give some advice, but we are not doing the exchange ourselves. So we are facilitators. For instance, I have taken note of a growing field of IT economy in Pakistan, especially the IT specialists. I mentioned that we have very important potential in fields like chemical industry, pharmaceutics, or food processing. I've mentioned I've mentioned the collaboration on energy, but this is so. I think that there are important fields, and then if we are looking close enough, we can find even more.
Or one thing, you feel that Ukraine war is dangerous for European Union?
Or Poland.
I think it's dangerous, not only for European Union, it's dangerous for the whole world.
Yeah.
Because this is, let's be very honest, this is completely unprovoked war. This is a war without a reason. There is no reason that would justify why Russia invaded Ukraine.
One thing, are Poland take a special measure for its security?
Yes, of course. We have noticed the rising level of aggression from the Russian Federation since many years. This is not for the first time that Russia is invading its own neighbor. Let me remind you the war in Georgia in 2008, or the annexation of Crimea and instigating a war in eastern Ukraine in 2014. So this is another installment of this drive. And what is at stake here? I would say at stake are the most precious principles of international law. That is, that countries should be able to preserve its sovereignty, independence, territorial integrity, and self-determination. The stake of this war, the reason for this war is that Russia wants to control the future of Ukraine. And we believe this is not to be reconciled with the international law and the principles of the UN Charter. And why is it important? Because those principles provide a framework for each country, regardless it is big or small, to live in peace, to have a secure border, to ensure that they can chart their own future. So I think that, in a sense, all of us should be very careful to uphold those principles, and that's why we are helping Ukraine. We are helping Ukraine so it can resist the aggression.
Last question. Last question. How you feel the hospitality of the people of Pakistan and the people of
especially
you visit
Zaildar
today,
family.
and especially you visit the Zaildar house, and how you feel the hospitality of Zaildar?
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, it's been really amazing. This is like a trademark of the Pakistani people. The hospitality. I have experienced it a lot during my 9 months in this country, and I know from my colleagues that who have traveled more extensively than I did, that everywhere they go, they are welcomed with open arms and they feel like home. So this is definitely the case here.
Thank you. Thank you.
People-to-people connectivity. I have a humble submission before your good self to make a strong people-to-people connectivity. It can also be done a delegation from Poland to Pakistan and from Pakistan to Poland, in which you can put all members of the society, for example, 5 people from the business community, 5 people from the media community, 5 people from the other fields of life, 5 people from the religious peoples, and maybe a 20, 30, 40 people group from different people. Maybe some of the politicians from different political parties will be heading the delegation, and they will have their meetings. Polish people have meeting with their counterparts here, and they will be having their counterparts there and see the culture, and maybe a 5-7 day trip Pakistan to Poland or from Poland to Pakistan. It can also be a strong way of connectivity.
Yes.
This is a very good idea. We had COVID over the last more than 2 years, so it really kind of disturbed the natural flow of visits. But I think that we need to work more on the ties between particular groups of people in both countries.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.